welcome back to my channel, Jacqueline's Beauty. Thank you all for tuning in. So I'm going to do a brief intro and then dive right in. So today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. And I want to show you kind of once again how I do my foundation, my concealer, my primer. Well, actually I've already done my primer. So if you're interested, stay tuned. We're going to dive right in. So today I'm going to be using some of my standard products. I want to just go over how I apply my makeup, how I set it, and then it's going to be kind of a lengthy video simply because I'm doing the whole thing from scratch, except for my eyebrows, and you know I have issues with my eyebrows, so I just kind of do them off camera because I have no effing hair anymore. But I tend to kind of like them a little thin and kind of fill them in as I go with a little bit of a pencil. So let's get started. I've already moisturized my face and I put on the Elf. This is the Poreless face primer. I love this. So I like to put it on a little bit before I put my foundation, simply because I want to be able to let it set a little bit. Just have an opportunity for it to dry before I actually apply my concealer or my foundation. Now, one of the tricks of the trade that I do, and I don't see a lot of YouTube influencers doing this, but I tend to do it just because sometimes I have a little bit of a deep set. I don't really have dark circles, but they're a little deep set in my eyes. And so I want to kind of brighten them up actually prior to putting on my foundation. So I'm using today, it is CoverGirl. This is Healthy Elixir. It's number 725. It's about 3 shades lighter than I am, maybe 2. And what I do is I use it as a concealer under the eye. So I'm just taking one of my brushes. This is simply an Eye on Beauty brush. And I gently go under my eye. As I mentioned before, I don't like to put too much pressure under the eye. But I do like to apply with a brush. And then just ever so lightly go in on the nose. And then what I do is I take my Beauty blender, which is wet or moist, actually not wet. And so I go in and I blend accordingly. And as you guys know, I'm crazy about Jeffree Star. So I picked up, hey, the beautiful Jeffree Star mirror. And so I'm going to use this throughout just to kind of define everything and make sure I'm on point. So in my beauty studio, I have like a 3 or 4 mirror setup, but I do like to hold one in my hand just to simply get these close-up shots. So since I mentioned Jeffree Star 9 times out of 10 in my videos, I thought, well, let me get some shit from his collection. And I did. I bought a lot of stuff. I'm still waiting on a few to come back in stock so I could stock up. So here we go. It's blended quite well, and I just want it ever so lightly blended, and then I'm going to put on my foundation. Okay, let me see here. I got a little bit on my scarf, but it's okay. Okay, so I'm going in today with my Blk Opl. This is truly Topaz. This is my signature color. And I kid you not, Blk Opl, I've used other products. I like them. But my regular everyday ride or die chick kind of foundation is the Blk Opl. Whether it's the liquid or I also use the full coverage stick. So I must admit they've done me well. And what I'm doing now, I'm going to take my Bella Pro. It's a foundation brush, and I just kind of go in and ever so gently put my foundation on, and then I'm going to use my beauty blender to actually blend all of it in. So I've pretty much gotten it on with the brush. Oh, hello. Picked up the wrong brush. Slap me, somebody. Slap me. Okay. Here we go. So I got most of it on with the brush, and what I want to immediately do is go in with my beauty blender, add a little bit more product on the blender, and then beat it in. I love the formula of the Blk Opl. It doesn't dry too quickly, but you don't want to leave it on too long without blending it. Just doing my little magnifying. I love the way it's blending in quite nicely. I just got to get in good with my eyes, so bear with me. I have a turtleneck on today, and so I'm not really going down on my neck, but as you see, I'm beating this in. I want to make sure it's evenly distributed and a full coverage. And what I love about Blk Opl is I never have to blend shades. Never. It's my shade, one and done. Okay. So now I'm going in with the Too Faced. This is the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. The lady at Sephora, she told me about it, the makeup artist, and she said this is one of her favorites. I had yet to try it, but I said, okay, let me try it when I went in and got my Fenty Beauty stuff. The makeup artist thought this would be too light, but I actually kind of like a few shades lighter, maybe even 3 for my under eye concealer. Let me look down here. Voila. Okay. That's blending quite well. Okay, and then I'm going in with the NYX. This is the finishing powder in Banana. And I usually just take a brush. This here, I don't know whose brush this is. I've had it for so long. But I'm going in and I just want to kind of bake my under eye. It's a term that most makeup artists use. And by trade, I am a makeup artist. I've had a makeup line for a little while and looking to do some more collaborations. But this is my life. I love makeup. I love beauty. I love hair. I love nails. Shoot me now, because I ain't gonna never change. Okay. And then what I like to do is I like to go in and just kind of put the final finish with powder to set the rest of it. And I think I've showed you guys before in my videos, but this is kind of my signature process. This is Blk Opl. This is a medium. And then I go in with, I'm using my IT brush. And this is the powder brush. And I go in, let me see here, let me get this just right. And just bake it. Because I love a matte finish on top of my full coverage. Okay. And the next step for my regular regimen, oftentimes I try what the different influencers on YouTube are doing, which I think is great. But I do have a couple of tricks of the trade myself. So I take this, let me see, what is this? This is another IT brush, and it's called Bye Bye Pores. It helps to minimize the appearance of large pores. And you all know I'm dealing with that shit. But I find that as I bake it, it really helps to minimize that. And I just want to make sure that I'm setting my face ever so lightly. And then I go in, and I know I've been trying this for a while. I do switch it up every now and then, but I really like this formula. This is by RK, and it's called Never Touch Up. It's a matte finish concealer. And this could actually be somebody's foundation. You know, I just tend to go in about 3 or 4 shades darker than my skin tone, and that's what I contour with. So I take my little brush, the Bella Pro, and go in and contour. I tend to just do ever so lightly. I usually have my hair on my forehead anyway, so I don't do a whole lot of contouring there. But I do like to chisel my cheekbones. And I go in, I'm going to put just a little bit. Let's see here. On my chin and my lower cheekbones. Just ever so lightly. I don't really want the makeup getting on my shirt, so I'm really cognizant of that. And then, as I've shared with you guys before, I've started using this new technique to contour my nose. So let's see. I think I got everything ready. So I use the same RK matte finish to contour my nose. It's a little dark, so I try to be ever so lightly in the palette. Get my mirror. Okay, I think I can kind of see it. So you take it and you go down the front of your nose, and then to give it kind of a button effect, you just ever so lightly contour right across the nostril. Okay. Then you take, oh, I apologize. This here is the brush I used to do the initial contour. This is the brush I use to actually add the highlight, as I learned recently from a YouTuber. So you go along the sides of your nose. Sorry about that. And ever so gently. And then you put just a dab to help that further contour. And then the next step, you take a loosely brush, and this is by Elf. It's this cream eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use it to contour and blend out my nose. Okay, I like it. I like the contours. So I'm going to get everything prepped and ready for my eyes. I think I'm going to try, I don't think I have the Jeffree Star eyeshadow yet, but I might. So let me check. I think that's what I want to go with since I'm using his mirror. And then I'm going to do my eyes on camera. As I usually do, I'll do my lashes off camera and my eyeliner. So, all right, let me get to it.